What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So for this horror trailer review, we are taking a look at the Willowbrook Tapes trailer. Chilling found footage movie was filmed on VHS and digital. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's go old school with the VHS. Don't see that happen too much, especially we don't see too many 16mm films being done. We know one has, we covered one, the name escapes me. It wasn't a found footage film. It was one that we covered off on earlier this year. The film was premiered at SXSW. Had that really raw, gritty feeling. We did cover off on the trailer and the clips for it. Again, the name escapes me, and I'll drop it in the comment section once I find it after this video. But I love the fact when we get to see horror films being done today, still using old styles, old formats. One thing though I wish we would get more of though is that grindhouse look. And I say that grindhouse look, if you know what I'm talking about, it's kind of like you get the, the cigarette burns on the film, or the kind of like the skipping of the film, the scratchy noise, the film jumping around. If you've seen the first half of Death Proof, that's what I'm talking about. I absolutely love that look and feel, and wish we would get more films today that have that, especially in the horror genre. I think it's an untapped market. I think some horror films could be very, very great if they would use that format. Now, I'm not saying maybe you don't have to use the whole, like Death Proof, they didn't use that format for the entire film. They used it for the first half, and it really then just kind of switched over right to like a modern looking film. But I would love to see, again, more horror films with that format. But this here, again, filmed on VHS and digital, I think that's a great kind of change, like a breath of fresh air sometimes. So, as we always do, we're going to jump into the article details, then go over to the trailer, give it a view, and then give our initial thoughts on this film. Now, side note, some of you who have watched a lot of my content know, you've heard me say this before when it comes to found footage films, and I've even had some people push back on me a bit. Found footage films, it's not my favorite subgenre. There are found footage films I don't like, and like Hell House LLC. Those first four films, didn't like them. They're found footage. It's not the fact that they're just found footage. I just didn't like the films in general, even if they weren't found footage. But found footage is not my favorite subgenre. Just a heads up though, and this shouldn't be a shock, I say this in almost every video that I do, I'm still going to give the movie a chance. I'm still going to give it a chance to win me over. Just because it's not my favorite subgenre doesn't mean I'm not going to just outright disregard the film. I'm going to watch the film. I'm going to watch it in a silo, and if I enjoy it, I'll come. I mean, you'll see my video. You'll see my spoiler review of the film saying I really enjoy this, even though it's found footage. I really enjoyed it, and I will probably watch it again in the future. So, again, just because I'm not a big fan or like the subgenre, doesn't mean I'm not going to still support films and watch them and give them, the kudos for being a great film, but in the same breath, be like, no, that was a crappy film. So for those of you who have watched my content before and now like, why do you keep covering found footage stuff? It's because I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm not willing to disregard people's work just because I don't particularly care for it. It's at the top of my list. So wanted to put that out there before we get into this article. All right, so let's scroll down here. All right, you might have come across a mysterious found footage project titled the Willowbrook Tapes in your travels around your social media feeds in recent days, with the team promising the official trailer launch this week. It's here, and it's exclusive to Bloody Disgusting. From director Michael Costa, the Willowbrook Tapes is an upcoming found footage horror movie that was filmed on both VHS and digital, and you can preview the chilling footage below. Most known, Willowbrook, Staten Island, as a haunt for restless youth and rotting shell of Seaview Hospital. Fewer speak of what lies beneath. The silence is shattered by fragments of vanished lives stitched together with panic, ritual, and the shadow of something older than fear. Casting information, we don't read off names anymore. Quote, honestly, I wanted to create the kind of horror I was craving, something that really got under my skin in the best way, director Michael Costa tells Bloody Disgusting. The stuff hitting theaters wasn't quite tapping into that strange corner of my brain that loves to be disturbed, surprised, and a little haunted. So I figured, why not make it myself? All right, I like where we're going with this. Disturbed, surprised, a little haunted. Okay, so far I'm interested. I was interested before, but I'm even more interested. When it comes to horror movies, I've always had the unique ability to spot and foster young indie talent. My track record speaks for itself. Michael Cassia and company have made something frightening, unique, and downright disturbing. This one's gonna stay with you long after the lights come up, teases executive producer Steve Barton. Goes on more. I've dedicated my life to supporting independent artists and telling their stories, and I knew the second I met Michael, he had the drive and passion to get his story out into the world. I didn't realize how intense this film would be, but I'm glad I hopped on from the start. It's a wild, grotesque thrill ride, and I loved every twisted minute. As executive producer Jess DuBois. All right, let's keep going. More executive producer names. Not reading off names. We have the trailer. We have a poster. Okay, let's take a look at the poster. You guys know how I am with my posters. I don't like a lot of busy nonsense. And so far, we have busy nonsense. We don't need that up there. Get rid of that text. It's not needed. Even some of this down here. Okay, so it's a not rated film. So I wonder how grotesque this is going to get, because we know with non-rated stuff they tend to get a little bit more lenient when they want to show how grotesque things are going to get. Coming soon. Get rid of it. The Instagram tag, get rid of it. Non-rated, get rid of it. A film by Michael Costa. If you want to put that maybe in the bottom corner instead of the Instagram, maybe. But otherwise, get rid of all this text. The Willowbrook Tapes is all I need. With this VHS-looking image of whoever this individual is out in the middle of the woods with some sort of mask on. I'd imagine they have a mask on. I'm wondering if this is the same person that's up here. Let's go back to the top. Let's see if it is. Yeah, it looks like this could be the same person because those ears up in the air. This could be the person that's out in the woods. Body type looks about the same as well. But yeah, otherwise, it's a fitting poster for a found footage film. Just get rid of all the minutia. Get rid of all this other nonsense. Just give me the Willowbrook tapes and the poster. That's all I need. I don't know why. I don't get it. So, all right, let's get back to the top of the article as we always do. And now let's pull up this trailer and let's see what this one is going to be about.
Hi, I'm Kelly Richards, and welcome to Final Footage. In the past, you may have seen me explore abandoned places and locations, but tonight, we explore a place with a much more sinister history.
So, that was a bit disturbing. That was a bit disturbing. Some of those scenes, especially towards the end of that trailer, or a teaser, or is it considered a teaser? No, they're calling this a trailer. Let me go back and see how much time was that. So that was only a minute until it was a teaser trailer. Okay, the article said trailer, but going back to the actual video, it does say official teaser, because it was only a minute and 20 seconds. Yeah, the end of that trailer had definitely, it got very, I don't want to say very disturbing, but you can see this is going to be very disturbing on how some of those images in the trailer were put in. It looks like it also has like some sort of an occult thing going on with it. Maybe that another subgenre tied into this. It definitely looked like that. With the trailer starting off, where it seems like they're in, I think as even the article mentioned, and let me go back to the article because they mentioned like a hospital. I thought they did. Let's see here. Yeah, Seaview Hospital. I will say when we get horror films or TV series around like some of the old hospitals that used to be in place, and I'm not, when I say I enjoy, I'm not saying I enjoy because I know we actually, in real life, those things really existed, right? Back in like the 40s, 50s, 60s, we had these old like psychiatric hospitals that people were put in, right, wrong, and different. Some people needed to be hospitalized, looked after, and other people were wrongfully put in there for whatever reason and were treated absolutely horrendous. I want to be clear, I'm not taking away from any real life events around that. I'm saying is that when it comes to for example, like American Horror Story, season 2 was really based around one of these hospitals that took place back in that time frame that was ran by the church. Right, we know a lot of those really did take place. So I for some reason I like when we touch on that topic, and it appears that's where we do touch on it here a little bit in this film, especially at the beginning where we see that they're in this old hospital. But this one looks good. I will say again, as a preface at the beginning of this, I'm not a big found footage person, but this one I am intrigued. I'm bought in thus far. I do hope we get another trailer, a bit of a longer trailer. Again, this was only 1 minute and 20 seconds long, so I do feel they did not give enough away for you to think what's really going on, but they gave me enough to be like, no, I want to see more. I want to see where this goes. And again, it had definitely some disturbing stuff happening towards the end of this trailer. So I'm interested to see how this is going to be played out in the full sequence of those scenes and of the film. So drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about the official teaser trailer for the Willowbrook Tapes. I don't think we have. I think going back to the article, just want to double check. There's no date listed. Just says coming soon. So obviously, as we get more trailers, information on this one, we'll be sure to cover it, bring it to you, especially when we get a date for this one, because I will add this to my list and just add it under the coming soon until we know what the date is going to be. But again, drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about this teaser trailer. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Later.